Hello everyone and welcome to a new edition of Autocar Quick News, where we bring you a recap of all the important launches, industry news and highlights from the week gone by. But before we begin, do remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated on all of our latest videos. What a crazy week this has been! From all new cars to BS6 compliant models to even an EV, car makers came out all guns blazing with their launches this week. Let's start with Tata's big ticket launch event, which saw the introduction of not one, not two, but 4 new models. On January 22, Tata Motors launched its new premium hatchback, the Altos, with prices starting at Rs 5.29 lakh for the base petrol version. The Altos is also Tata's first model to be based on its new Alpha architecture and is available in a total of 5 trim levels. Here's a look at the Altos' variant-wise prices. Alongside the Altos, Tata also launched the upgraded BS6 compliant Nexon, Tiago and Tigor. All three have a redesigned front end and now comply with the upcoming BS6 emission norms as well as pedestrian protection norms. What's also impressive is that the facelifted Tiago and Tigor have also secured a 4-star rating in the Global NCAP crash tests. While changes for the Tiago and Tigor are kept to a minimum, the Nexon now gets ESP as standard, as well as a factory-fit sunroof, digital instrument cluster and Tata's new intelligent real-time assist suite of features. Here's a look at the variant-wise prices of the Tiago, Tigor and Nexon, which have gone up with the update. Tata Motors also snuck in another surprise at the launch event by showing us glimpses of the BS6 compliant Harrier. With the update, the Harrier is expected to get the more powerful 170 horsepower diesel engine, 18-inch dual-tone alloy wheels and a large panoramic sunroof. Hyundai has launched the Aura compact sedan this week. Designed to be a successor to the Accent, the Aura is available with a total of 3 BS6 compliant engine options, 2 petrols and a diesel, and there's even a CNG version on offer. Gearbox options for the 1.2-litre petrol and diesel models include a 5-speed manual and an AMT, while the 1-litre turbo petrol is only available with a manual gearbox. On the inside, the Aura is similar to the Grand i10 Neos and gets a 5.3-inch digital instrument cluster, an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless charging, a cooled glove box, rear center armrest and a driver rear view monitor. Take a look at the variant-wise prices for the Aura. Another all-new model launched this week is the MG ZS EV. Prices for the ZS EV in our market start at Rs 20.88 lakh ex-showroom. However, those who booked the all-electric SUV before January 17 will pay a special introductory price which is exactly Rs 1 lakh less. The MG ZS EV is available in 2 variants, Excite and Exclusive, and for now is offered in 5 Indian cities including Delhi NCR, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru and Ahmedabad. The base Excite trim level gets automatic projector headlights with LED DRLs, 17-inch alloy wheels, keyless entry and go, 8-inch touchscreen, a tire pressure monitoring system and an electronic parking brake. The top and exclusive trim, which costs Rs 23.58 lakh, adds leatherette seats, power adjustable driver's seat, panoramic sunroof and rain sensing wipers. Standard safety kit includes 6 airbags, ABS, ESC, hill descent control and a reverse camera. MG also stated that it has already received 2,800 bookings for the ZS EV. Heading the list of updated BS6 compliant models this week is the Ford EcoSport. Prices for the BS6 compliant EcoSport start from Rs 8.04 lakh for the 1.5-litre petrol variant, while the 1.5-litre diesel version is priced from Rs 8.54 lakh. The Ford EcoSport BS6 petrol comes with a 1.5-litre 3-cylinder petrol engine good for 122 horsepower and 149 Nm of torque. This engine is available with either a 5-speed manual or a 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox. The BS6 EcoSport also gets a 1.5-litre diesel engine that makes 100 horsepower and 215 Nm of torque, mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox. Ford has discontinued the 1-litre EcoBoost petrol engine for our market. While prices for most variants have increased by about Rs 13,000, prices for select variants, such as the 1.5 diesel titanium, have remained unchanged. Next on the list is the BS6 compliant version of the Maruti Suzuki Celerio, which has been launched with prices ranging from Rs 4.41 lakh for the base LXI variant, going up to Rs 5.67 lakh for the ZXi OAMT. This translates to a premium of around Rs 15,000 to Rs 24,000 over the BS6 compliant model. Maruti Suzuki also introduced the BS6 compliant Eco this week. Prices for the BS6 Eco start at Rs 3.81 lakh and go up to Rs 4.21 lakh for the 5-seater AC model, which represents a Rs 20,000 to 30,000 hike, depending on the variant. Engines for both the upgraded Celerio and Eco remain the same as before, and there are no cosmetic changes either. Less than a week after it published results for the Tata Altos, Global NCAP came out with crash test results for the Mahindra XUV300, which has not only secured a full 5-star rating, but has also registered the highest score for a Made in India vehicle in those crash tests. Now the third Made in India vehicle to receive a 5-star rating in adult occupant protection from Global NCAP, the Mahindra XUV300 also secured a 4-star rating for child occupant protection. Of all the cars tested by Global NCAP to date, the XUV300 has scored the highest points on adult occupant protection as well as child occupant protection. Global NCAP's report also noted the XUV300 showed the lowest level of intrusion and best side impact crashworthiness performance of any model tested so far. The report went on to state the XUV300 missed out on securing a full 5 stars on child occupant protection owing to poor ISOFIX markings, and that a 3-point seat belt for the middle seat passenger is not standard across the lineup and is only available on the top of the line W80 variant. Now let's look at some Auto Expo 2020 news. Maruti Suzuki is set to showcase 2 models that will definitely grab plenty of eyeballs. One of them is an electric coupe SUV concept, and the other is an off-roader that many of you have been eagerly waiting for. Maruti Suzuki has revealed the first sketch of its new concept, the Future OE, ahead of its global premiere at Auto Expo 2020. While the sketch doesn't give much away, it gives us a fair idea of what the silhouette of the Maruti Future OE will be like. It is billed a design study, and what's apparent is that the Future OE belongs to the new breed of coupe SUVs. Well, it is the first coupe SUV designed from Maruti Suzuki. While the Future OE is billed a design study, it previews a future rival to the Hyundai Creta and the Kia Seltos. Maruti is likely to ready a petrol engine for the production spec model, which will also be designed to accommodate an electric powertrain. And while Maruti Suzuki will halt production of diesel cars come April 2020, it could look at bringing back its 1.5-litre diesel with the production version of the Future OE. But along with the Future OE, Maruti Suzuki will also showcase the eagerly awaited new Jimny at Auto Expo 2020. The 4th-gen Jimny SUV, which had its world premiere in 2018, has a strong fan following not just abroad but also in India. It's available only in 3-door form at present and is powered by a 1.5-litre K15B petrol engine, much like the Ciaz and Ertiga. And while there is no confirmation still on whether the plucky little off-roader will go on sale in our market, enthusiasts in India will certainly be kicked about seeing it in the flesh for the first time. Mahindra & Mahindra has shared the first set of details on its Auto Expo 2020 showcase. The company, like every year, will have a large-sized pavilion and will have no less than 18 vehicles on display, including SUVs, MPVs, commercial and electric vehicles. It has confirmed that it will showcase 3 production-ready electric vehicles and 1 futuristic concept EV at the motor show. While details on Mahindra's vehicle display are scarce as of now, the carmaker is expected to unveil the production-spec XUV300 EV and the EKUV100 at the show. However, in what may come as a bit of a disappointment to some, the next-gen Thar, which many of you have been waiting for, will not be unveiled at the Expo and will only debut later this year. Mercedes-Benz will showcase the A-Class sedan at Auto Expo 2020, which will go on to replace the CLA in its India lineup. With the first-gen CLA discontinued, Mercedes-Benz has decided to launch the more practical A-Class sedan instead of bringing in the second-gen CLA. The reason for this decision is a pragmatic one. In the luxury car segment, which is still largely chauffeur-driven, a roomy backseat is a necessity, and that's something the first-gen CLA, with its sharply raked roofline, did not have. And while the second-gen CLA is larger than its predecessor, headroom at the back is still tight, a problem that can be solved by the more spacious A-Class sedan. Mercedes-Benz has also confirmed it will launch the seriously powerful AMG GT 63S 4-door coupe at Auto Expo 2020. Built on the same platform as the E-Class and CLS, the AMG GT 4-door coupe is the 5th dedicated model from the AMG brand, and N63S guys is powered by a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 petrol that sends 639 horsepower to all four wheels. Kia has released the first set of teasers for its upcoming compact SUV concept that will have its world premiere at Auto Expo 2020. The compact SUV, which will launch sometime during the festive season later this year, will be Kia's smallest model in India. Internally known as QYI, Kia's new compact SUV will share its underpinnings and engine options with the Hyundai Venue and will rival the Maruti Vitara Brezza Petrol, Ford EcoSport, the recently updated Tata Nexon and the Mahindra XUV300. In addition to showcasing the second-gen Creta and the updated Tucson, Hyundai will also debut the facelifted Verna at Auto Expo 2020. The Verna facelift's styling brings the car more in line with newer Hyundai models such as the latest Gen Sonata and the refreshed Elantra. On the inside, the Verna facelift will get a digital instrument cluster, a larger touchscreen infotainment system, and Hyundai's Blue Link connected car tech. What the facelifted Verna will also come with are BS6 compliant 1.5-litre petrol and diesel engines. Expect Hyundai to launch the refreshed Verna just in time to rival the all-new Honda City, which is set to arrive sometime in April. It was an equally hectic week in the world of two-wheelers with the arrival of a much-awaited adventure motorcycle and a couple of key BS6 updates. Let's start with the big one, the KTM 390 Adventure, which has finally gone on sale in India. KTM has launched the 390 Adventure in India at Rs 2.99 lakh, and bookings have already commenced across the country. A couple of things that differentiate the India spec bike from the international spec bike are the fact that the 390 Adventure in India gets mid-seller Torrens tires, and suspension duties are carried out by a 43mm upside-down fork. But unlike the international bike that offers compression and rebound adjustability, this one is a non-adjustable unit. KTM has also equipped it with switchable traction control and a bi-directional quick shifter as standard. The rest of the bike is essentially the same as the one sold abroad. It uses the same 373.2cc single-cylinder engine from the 390 Duke, with peak outputs of 44 horsepower and 37 Nm of torque. The KTM 390 Adventure is the manufacturer's first BS6 compliant motorcycle, and the rest of its range will follow suit soon. At Rs 2.99 lakh, the 390 Adventure costs Rs 51,000 more than its naked sibling, but manages to undercut most of its direct rivals by a comfortable margin. Another important launch this week was the arrival of the BS6 compliant Royal Enfield Himalayan. Powering the updated Himalayan is a BS6 compliant engine and exhaust setup. The 411cc single-cylinder engine now produces 24.3 horsepower, which is down from 24.5 horsepower. Torque, meanwhile, remains the same at 32 Nm. The exhaust system also appears to have what looks like an additional catalytic converter on the header pipe. The most substantial technical change, however, is the increase in weight. The Himalayan now weighs 5 kilos more at 199 kilos. The BS6 Royal Enfield Himalayan has also regained a hazard warning light, an improved side stand, and white backlighting for the instrument cluster. Prices for the updated Himalayan range from Rs 1.87 to Rs 1.91 lakh. In yet another key update, TVS has launched its BS6 compliant Apache RTR 160 at Rs 93,500 for the rear drum variant and Rs 96,500 for the rear disc variant. This is an increase of around Rs 6,000 over the BS4 compliant model. In other major news this week, Bajaj and Triumph Motorcycles have announced full details of their partnership. Both manufacturers are co-developing motorcycles with capacities ranging from 200cc to 750cc and also a new platform. And the most affordable model will be priced under Rs 2 lakh when it arrives in 2022. All bikes will be produced by Bajaj at its Chakan plant, but will only be sold under the Triumph brand name in India and abroad. The bikes will also use Triumph's heritage names, and a small capacity Tiger and a Royal Enfield rival are on the cards. And that brings us to the end of this week's Quick News section. Don't forget to tell us what your highlight of this week was, which launch this week excited you the most, what you think of Maruti Suzuki's plans for Auto Expo 2020, and of course what you think of this video. Like it, share it with your friends, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you here again next week.